The stretch from Riverside Drive to Oldtorf recently got some new pavement. Crews have already begun restriping the road, but starting late tonight, they'll be restriping the parking spaces and turning many of them into back-in angle parking. KXAN's Jared Wise is live to explain why it doesn't seem to be going over very well with some drivers out there.
Well, hi there, Robert. Yeah, let me show you real quick. You can see right there in this parking area, there are no stripes here right now, but by this time in a couple days, all these cars you see right here will be aiming the other direction. Now, the city's transportation department says this will add about 60 more spaces to park here along South Congress, and it will also make it safer for cyclists who ride through the area. But that's not enough to convince most we spoke to today who think it's dangerous and confusing. We revisited one spot where drivers are still getting used to this concept.
I think it is highly dangerous. You're blocking traffic when doing this.
I thought it was kind of uncomfortable.
A few dozen back-in angle parking spaces went into this stretch of West 6th Street about a year ago, and drivers are still trying to get used to it.
Reversing into this on a road with high traffic is very dangerous. It doesn't make any sense.
It's confusing some drivers so much that they just avoid parking in the spots altogether, with nearby businesses left with less foot traffic. One business has even put out a petition against the design, with nearly 600 signatures to date.
The more we can get them to slow down in this lane, I think everybody will be happier.
But not all businesses are complaining.
I love it. It saves a few more spaces, and it's certainly much safer for the increasing number of cyclists that we have.
There are 3 locations where back-and-angle parking already exists in the city. Just under 400 back-and-angle parking spaces will now go in here along South Congress, one of the busiest stretches of town.
With a lot of tourism, people won't understand what's going on.
Yeah, I think that's the problem. You pull up, and then someone's right behind you, you can't back into it.
I'm not a good backer-upper. Let me just put it that way.
Many drivers we spoke to didn't seem to care much for the idea, but at least one found the parking does have its advantages, in a way.
Yeah, there's advantages because most of the people won't do it, so you got parking spots.
Now, restriping will take place at night to avoid traffic tie-ups during the day. We're told they skip over any cars that may be parked. Now, the new spaces should be in place by Thursday morning. Now, the city will have city workers on the sidewalks here handing out pamphlets explaining how to do that reverse angle parking. There's also a step-by-step video on the city's transportation website. Now, we've set up a link to that on our website under this story on KXAN.com. Reporting live along South Congress, Jared Wise, KXAN News.